Great morning, great afternoon, and great evening, depending on the time you're joining us on this our online class with Mr. Michael, your all-time mathematics teacher. Today, we'll be doing something more interesting. We are going to look at, in our mathematics class today, we'll be looking at the order of operation. We all know anything concerning order of operation. We remember what BODMAS say. BODMAS says that whenever you have an expression that comes with the bracket first, with the multiplication, the division, addition, and subtraction, you start with the bracket. So B stands for bracket, O stands for order, also known as of, which is used as multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. The order is popularly known as BODMAS. Let's see how BODMAS can be applied to our everyday question. Now we have an example here. The example says we should simplify in bracket open 16 plus 4 bracket close minus 72 divided by 8. First of all, you must solve what is in the bracket first, because that's what BODMAS said. BODMAS started with B, or it starts with B. That B means bracket first. 16 plus 4 is equal to 20 minus 72 divided by 8. Now we have our 20. Now we have done what we're supposed to do in the bracket. Let's look at what we do with 72 divided by 8. We all know that 72 divided by 8 is 9. Now we have 20 minus 9. Our answer is 11. I don't know why this will be so difficult for some people that will want to tell me they don't understand it. As simple as anything. Let's look at the second example. The second example says half of 36 minus 9 plus 5. Initially we said that of is replaced with times or multiplication. Whenever you see of in the mathematical equation, know that you're talking about times. Half of that means half of 36. That means 36 times half. It's the same thing as saying reduce 36 by half. Minus 9 bracket open, 9 plus 5 bracket close. Then half of 36 minus this, in this expression, since the mathematical sign that comes before the bracket is a minus, the sign inside the bracket changes from addition to subtraction. 9 minus 5 instead of plus 5. Now we have known that half of 36 is 18. That means 18 plus 18 gives us 36. So when we say that half of 36 is 18 minus bracket open 9 minus 5. Now let's look at what is in the bracket. We have already converted the sign in the bracket, which means we have started with the bracket. 9 minus 5 is 4. Then 18 minus 4 gives us 14. As simple as anything. Let's look at another example 3. In example 3 says 3 whole number 1 all over 5 times 2 whole number 3 all over 4 plus bracket open 2 over 3 of 1 whole number 3 all over 8. First of all, like we said earlier, let's start with the bracket first. 3 whole number 1 over 5 times 2 whole number 3 over 4 plus. Now we are working on the one in the bracket. First of all, we do our multiplication of fraction. What do we do first? We convert the mixed fraction. That's 1 whole number 3 over 8. We convert it to an improper fraction. That means 2 times 8 times 1 is 8 plus 11. Sorry, plus 3 is 11 all over 8. So now we have 2 over 3 of 11 all over 8. Yes, this is what we have now. So we go down to say 8 whole number 4 all over 5. How do we get 8 whole number 4 over 5? We plus 11 all over 12. When we add, we multiply 3 whole number 1 over 5 times 2 whole number 3 all over 5. When we multiply these two fractions, it gives us 8 whole number 4 all over 5. That is how this very expression came about. What do we mean? First of all, convert it to mixed fraction by saying 5 times 3 times 1. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. 16 all over 15 times 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 all over 4. So when we multiply this, 16 times 11 divided by the LCM of 5 and 12. When we look at the LCM of 5 and 12 and divide it, it gives us 8 whole number 4 all over 5 plus 11 all over 12. Now we have gotten 8 whole number 4 all over 5 plus 11 over 12. The 11 over 12 is the answer we got from the bracket, while this 8 whole number 4 over 5 is the answer we get from multiplying this other outside fraction. Now we have only 2 set of fractions left. Now what do we do first? First of all, this 8 whole number is the 8 is the only whole number here. We keep it aside. Then look for the LCM of 5 and 12, which is 60. Now the LCM of 5 and 12 is 60. Now what number can we multiply by 5 to give us 60? The number is 12. We multiply 5 by 12 and multiply 4 by 12. Coming to the left hand side, the right hand, sorry, what number can we multiply by 12 to give us 60? Is 5. Multiply 12 by 5 and also multiply 11 by 5. Or in the other way around, you can say, look at the denominators. You can swap them. Use the 12 for multiply by 5 and also 4 multiply by 5. Then the right hand side, use the 5 for multiply by 12. Then use the 5 and multiply also by 11. Now this will give us equal to, the 8 whole number remains there. 4 times 12 gives us 48. While 5 times 12 gives us 60. Plus 11 times 5 gives us 55. And 12 times 5 gives us 60. Now the two equations now have a common denominator. Now since they have a common denominator, we take only one denominator. Since it is addition, we say 8 whole number 48, which is the numerator, plus 55, which is the numerator, all over 60. That 60 is the common denominator, so we take only one. So this becomes 8 whole number 48 plus 55 gives us 103. Divide by 60. Now when 103 divided by 60, it is 1 whole number 43 all over 60. Then that 1 whole number added to the 8 whole number, it becomes 9 whole number 43 all over 60. Now we know that between the fraction 43 and 60, no common number can divide both of them. So that is how BODMAS came about it. First of all, settle for the bracket. Once you finish with the bracket, then you settle for the outside numbers. After it's outside numbers, then you bring the two answers. No, if it's to multiply, you multiply them. If it's to divide, you divide them. If it's to subtract, you subtract them. So our next is evaluation. We are going to simplify bracket open 31 plus 7 bracket close minus 5 times 5. The second one is 1 over 4 of bracket open 9 plus 3 bracket close minus 1 plus bracket open 3 minus 4 divided by 4 bracket close. Follow BODMAS and solve this. When we get to the class, whatever confuses you, any question you have, ask the question in class. We are going to do it one-on-one using different materials that can make us understand our operation. I would like to stop here. You do have a wonderful day and take good care of yourself. Bye.